Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Adeze Okezie, the live video visibility queen with erotic accent, and you're listening to the Style with Anna podcast, the one and only podcast about the many expressions of style. Find out how our exceptional guests turn their flaws into assets and how they define style from their own and unique perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform and kindly leave a one-sentence review. Now, let us join the journey and meet the host, Anna in Style, aka the Style Medium.
Thank you, Daisy, for the lovely introduction. It's always a pleasure hearing your professional accents. In today's episode, we are heading on a deep dive with Payman Lorenzo, the cause coach, host of the Leaders with a Heart podcast, and founder of Leaders with a Voice 3-week Launch Your Podcast Challenge, as he talks about the relationships, the definition of success he heard from a billionaire, Payman's unique math, about being professional and being authentic.
Let's go.
Okay, now we're live. So, welcome, Payman, again.
Pleasure's all mine. Always a pleasure being with you, Anna.
Thank you for taking the time.
Pleasure's all mine.
So let's continue where we stopped.
Absolutely. You're the host. It's your show. You lead. I follow you lead.
Here's my question to you. What makes you unique in business, personal, or both?
I guess it's my personality, my experiences, everything that I bring to the table and all that. And for me, it's my commitment to doing good, to helping people and making people happy, making people smile. I used to do that for everyone, but now I don't do it for everyone. I do it only for the people that are on the same page as me.
Wow.
So as to not waste time with people that are not ready. It's like everything, you have to do it for everything at the right time. So this is what I do, and this is my mission in life: to help people, to empower people, to inspire people, to do good to whatever way it is, whether it's through their podcast, their book, their painting, their style, their work. Some people can do it through singing, through music, through art, whatever way you want to express yourself and make an impact. I'm here to empower you to have an impact, so that together we can make the world a better place.
Also, I guess this is your answer to what drives your passion to podcasting.
What drives me to do podcasts again is to reach people, to inspire people, to empower people, to allow people to believe in themselves, because I needed someone. At first I had big plans, but I was growing up, I was very, 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 very shy, painfully shy, and that really held me back a lot. And finally, through sheer willpower and life and having some very painful moments, I had to say, okay, enough of being shy. Just go. Nobody's gonna hit you. Nobody's gonna kill you. Just go. So now it's my work, my goal to also help other people to overcome whatever limitation they have, to express themselves, to be who they really want to be, so that they can become the greatest version of themselves, to have the greatest impact out there.
So this is the reason why you decided to go beyond podcasting and created your own course.
Yes, absolutely. Because again, when I started my podcast, I had absolutely zero intention of starting a course around it. But once I started talking to people, I saw how powerful it is. And then people reaching out to me, asking me, hey, can you teach me how to launch my podcast? At first, this happened once I reached my 100th episode last October. After that, people started reaching out to me, hey, can you help me launch my podcast? At first, I would tell them, okay, go watch this video on YouTube, or go get this book. But they would say, no, I want you to teach me. I said, what do you want me to teach you? I don't know what to teach you. I just did it. Well, that's exactly what I want you to teach me. How did you do it? At first, I was hesitant. And then I started asking people on my podcast if they have their own podcast. And a big portion of them would say no when I asked them why. Three main reasons: I'm not a techie, I don't have the time, and I don't know where to start. And that's when it's finally clicked with me, saying, wait a second, what if there was a way for me to help all these wonderful people with powerful missions and beautiful hearts to launch their podcast without being a techie or spending a ton of time or money, and with a very clear step-by-step blueprint to take their hands, where within 3 weeks and only 30 to 40 minutes a day, they can launch their podcast. Is that something of interest to you? When I started asking people that, they would all tell me, oh, hell yes. That's when I started back in December, and you were one of the first students and now wonderful alumni. And I saw the impact. I saw the power of podcasting, not only in me, how it changed my life, how it blessed my life in many ways, countless ways. But the two most powerful ways have been: one, helping me find my voice, and two, helping me build my business, this current business that I'm building, and helping me getting my exact ideal clients through my podcast with zero ads spent. And when I saw that, I realized, hey, wait a second, this is a gift that I cannot be selfish and keep for myself. I need to share that with the world, share it with people that have powerful messages and beautiful hearts, so they can take control of the message and get the visibility they want while getting their exact ideal clients, so they can have the biggest impact out there. So this is why I'm doing this. It's for me, it's about the impact, because for me, the most beautiful reward of business is not the money. For me, number one is a transformation you see in the lives of people you have. And number two, the wonderful friendships you make in the process. The money is the icing on the cake. It's not the cake. You know what I mean? It's icing on the cake. I don't do it for the money. Sure, we all need to make money, but let's make money in a way that's meaningful, impactful, and purposeful. But ultimately, it's all about, oops, let me plug that in before my computer dies. I just realized that I was just down to 2%. Oh my God.
Wow.
We dodged the bullet. All right. So yeah, so this is why I do it, is because for me, it's about empowering. I will share one last thing about this. This is a powerful question. On Thursday, 2 nights ago, I had the graduation party for the April class. Two ladies said something very powerful that really hurt me, because I was like them. They said, I asked them, so how long have you been considering doing a podcast? They say, oh, for years. And I asked them, why didn't you do it? What was holding you back? And two ladies said the same thing. And they said, I thought I needed to be a celebrity. I thought I needed to spend tens of thousands of dollars. I thought my message doesn't matter. Who am I to start a podcast? I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a world-class expert. I'm not a PhD. I'm not, an actor or someone famous. Why would anyone listen to me? And that's something really powerful, because this was exactly what was holding me back. I thought that, who the hell am I to start a podcast? My message doesn't matter. I'm no one important, and so on and so forth. But then I realized, hey, through my spiritual awakening over the past 2 years, that it doesn't matter. What matters is, it doesn't matter how big you are, you think you are. What matters is the message you have in every single one of us, no exception in the world. Even if you're living a very modest life, you still have a very powerful message to share, a very powerful gift to share with the world, because we're all on our own journey. And that message you have, it may not resonate with the entire world. That's okay. But if it resonates only with a small amount of people that are like-minded, even 1% of 1%, that's good enough, because these people need to hear your voice, need to hear your message. So don't hold you back. And that's something that, that was holding me back. So when these two wonderful ladies said that, it was really painful, because that was exactly what was holding me back as well. And now I want to empower and inspire people that might feel that their voice doesn't matter, that might feel, who the hell are they to start a podcast? They might feel they're not a celebrity, or they think it will cost them $50,000 for the podcast. No, it's not like that. All you need is just this $50 on Amazon and a small investment to get into the program. And then your end, your message, no matter how insignificant or small you might feel your life is, every life matters. Every message matters. We all are blessed with a powerful message. And the podcast is, in my experience, the best way to share that. So this is my ultimate reason to do that, to empower these people that don't have the belief in themselves, to say, hey, your message matters. Your message is powerful. Your message needs to be heard. And even if you can inspire just one person, just one, with your message, and you help them change their life or improve their life, then you're success.
That's amazing. I just read a quote about success. It said
Mhm.
something like, success is not about how much money you make, it's how big of an impact you leave,
Absolutely.
how big of a legacy you leave behind.
Because money, you can lose it anytime. Even if you don't lose it, the moment this life is over, you can't take it with you. But the impact will stay way beyond you. People will remember you for the impact you add in the world. Speaking of that, I will just piggyback on what you said. I was reading a quote in a book about a year ago, and the question they asked a bunch of billionaires and super successful people, what is your definition of success? So they all gave whatever examples, but one guy really stood out. He said, for me, my definition of success is if, as a result of me being alive, I enable just one person to breathe better and to smile and be happy, then for me, that's the ultimate definition of success. And when you said that, when I read that, I mean, sorry, that really touched me because, hey, this is a guy that is a billionaire. He has the world at his feet, but yet he still has his feet grounded to understand, not to forget where he came from. That, hey, what really matters is you really understand what life is all about. It's not about accumulating money and things, but about impact, doing good, making the world a better place. And by making the world a better place, it doesn't mean that one single individual can change the entire planet. No. Even if you help just one person change their world, and that person goes on to help another person, and so forth. That's beautiful because even though I was never good in math, I understood that 1 plus 1 in math is 2, but in real life, 1 plus 1 is not 2, but 11. Three people coming together is not three, but 111. Four people together is not four, but 1,111, and so on and so forth. Why? It's because when people that are aligned with the same energy, the same, vision, their effort don't add up. They exponentially explode.
Yes,
See what I mean?
exactly. Expansion. Yeah, makes total sense.
This episode is sponsored by Business Growth for High Achievers online course by Choose Your Signature Style. Business Growth for High Achievers teaches the entire step-by-step process you need to gain clarity and take advantage of the hidden opportunities in your business that will make it grow faster than you ever thought possible. Visit www.stylewithanna.shop and now enjoy the rest of the show.
I love this conversation. You're asking some very, very powerful and beautiful questions, Anna. I love that. Let's keep
Thank
going.
you. Let's get
Thank you.
going. Would you say there is a difference between male and female podcasters?
Differences in terms of what?
You choose. Is there any?
I don't look at whether the podcast is a male or female. What I look at is what is the message being portrayed? What is a message? For me, it's not about, okay, she's a woman and there's a man. The man's podcast is better, the woman podcast is better. No. I look at the message and how powerful is the message, because ultimately, why is someone listening to your podcast, to my podcast? Two reasons. One, they're interested in your topic. And number two, and most importantly, they like you. They like your personality. They like your sense of humor. They resonate with your message. And that's ultimately the main reason why people listen to the podcast. It's the message that you're sharing. So for me, to answer your question, I don't look at whether the podcast is a man or woman, what I look at is what is the message? Is the message something that I'm interested in, that I can resonate with? If yes, I listen. If I don't, I'll move on to the next.
Mm.
I love podcasts. My phone is full of my Apple um, podcast app is full of podcasts. So many that I have about almost 100 podcasts. If I were to listen to every upload, every update every day, I would have no life. I would have no time, But still, I love listening to new podcasts, new people, exploring new ideas, new messages, and especially now with the podcasting absolutely booming. There's more and more beautiful, powerful podcasting being launched all day long. And for me, it's like almost like a treasure hunt, looking for new, exciting, amazing, and powerful messages. So for me, it's not about whether it's a man or woman. That's irrelevant. What matters is what is the message? Is that message powerful enough? Is that message something that I resonate with? If yes, I will listen to it. If not, that's not for me.
Amazing. Would you say
Thank you.
there is a certain professional look that goes with podcasting?
Are you talking about audio or video?
Video. Because there are podcasts and also audio. Why not? We have accents, we have a way of speaking. Each and every one of us has their own style of speaking. So why not? You can touch any you want.
You know, I'm sure you remember from the program from when you took the class with me. Especially the first week, the foundation, which is everything built on top of each other. Number one is what is the message you want to convey. Number two, what is the exact ideal person you're trying to reach, and number three, what is your objective, and all and so on and so forth. All of that is going to determine how you're going to express yourself. So if you, for example, let's say you're a rapper and you want to do a podcast about rapping, you're going to talk the way rappers do. You're not going to talk as the way philosophers talk. You know what I mean? So it's the
Yes.
same thing. So if you're doing a podcast about basketball, you're going to talk about how basketball, especially guys on the street, work. Talk. If you're doing a podcast about, say, fashion, women, fashionable women and men, you're going to talk about the way these people talk. Ultimately, what people want to know in the podcast, number one, is the message. Number two, they want to know who the person is as a human being, who you as the host are. And one mistake, it's not a mistake, something that I see people do is that they try to suppress their personality and try to become to be professional. Nobody cares about being professional. They want to know your real you, the real personality. If there's one outlet for you to really showcase who you are, unfiltered at 100%, even almost letting the inner child in you shine, it's through a podcast. Because again, you're not trying to appeal to all the 8 billion people on this planet. You're only trying to appeal to the people that relate with you. And that's why, by doing so, you will attract your exact ideal listeners and your exact ideal clients. So the podcast is for you. Just be you. Just be the more natural, the more authentic you are, the more people will resonate with you, the more they will like you, they will trust you, they will respect you. Because nobody wants to see a polished professional look that always says the right thing and be as professional as possible. Nobody cares about that. I don't care about that. What I want to see is it's okay, just like Katana was saying in one of the calls. It's okay if, for example, the door opens or the cat comes around when you're doing a podcast and meows or whatnot, or the train passes by, because this is life. You want it to be natural. It's okay if your son or your daughter or whatever comes behind you and starts kissing you while doing a podcast. It's okay, because that's life. People want to see real people sharing real messages. So it doesn't. So I don't know if that's answering your question, but the gist of it is, don't hold yourself back. Talk as you would in the most natural way, because your podcast is not for all of the world. Your podcast is for people who are like you, that relate and resonate with you. That's probably one of the most powerful messages and that I want to share is, do not try to be polished. Sure, there's a line between being, I don't mean by saying don't be polished, I don't mean to be rude and crazy and all that. No, just be you. Be just shine. Let your personality shine. Don't hold your personality. Don't hold your jokes. Just be the way you are, natural. Just like you talk when you're talking, with your friends, that good friends. You just are yourself, and that's what you should be also doing on your podcast. Just be you, and that's going to reflect, because again, people will listen to people they can connect and relate. And how do they relate? By getting to know you at the core, as to who is exactly Anna as a person, as a human being. First and foremost, what's her personality like? What's her character? That's what people want to know. That's what people want to relate, because once they can relate with you, they will trust you. And once they trust you, that's when they will reach out to you to do business with you. Because what is business? Business is not a numbers game, despite what the self-proclaimed gurus are trying to make us believe. Sure, numbers matter, but ultimately business is a relationship nurturing process. You do business with people that you can trust and relate and connect. If you don't connect with a person, if you don't trust them, you don't care if they have 50,000 PhDs and they're the best in the world, you're not going to do business with them. Same thing here. So the bottom line is just be yourself. Let the 5-year-old inner child in you shine. Don't hold your personality back just to be polished and professional. No, nobody cares about it. If you do that, your podcast is going to be meh, nothing special. People are looking for unique, authentic. Authentic is a key word. Authentic, genuine, natural, organic. And this is one of the things I also teach is, when you're doing a podcast, don't speak from a script. Don't even speak with this. Speak with this, with your heart. Have a heart-to-heart conversation, because you're talking with a real human being, not just with a number, not just a line on a spreadsheet. You're talking with a real human being. So keep it real, keep it authentic, keep it genuine, keep it natural. And do not, again, I'm sorry for repeating myself, do not ever hold yourself back, hold your personality back.
I think that's very important. And
Does that answer your
basically,
question?
yes, because you're saying don't be Pinterest perfect, don't be Instagram
No,
perfect.
no, nobody is perfect. And if
Yeah,
you're perfect, nobody will relate with you, because you're not real. You're just an
unreachable.
image. Yeah. Even Instagram, people on Instagram, they never talk about their problems. They never talk about all the issues. They only show the best life.
Hmm. Yeah.
And the pictures and the images people portray on Instagram is maybe 1% of the reality. 98%, nobody talks about it.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So no, don't hold back.
You mentioned one thing already.
Just one thing.
Yes. One thing I want to, how would I
Okay.
say, hook on.
Okay. Expand. Let's go.
Collaboration.
Yes,
You are open to collaborations.
absolutely. Collaboration is the name of the game.
What kind
It's
of
not about
collaborations are your favorite?
what kind of collaboration am I what?
What kind of collaboration is your favorite?
The for me, I don't look for win-win, because win-win is no longer enough. I'm looking for no-brainer. So what can I do to make it that when we collaborate, it's not going to be just me and you winning together, but in a way that for you is going to be, oh my God, I have to do it. Otherwise, it's going to be, I'm stupid for saying no. That kind of thing. Make it a no-brainer. For me, it's when we join forces, not only we both win, but we both expand together. So I don't see it. For
Amazing.
example, I was just thinking about this. Let's say you're a publisher, I'm a publisher, and of course we competitors. But what can we do to come together and create something that's going to be much bigger than both of us? Or if you're a podcaster or a podcaster, oh, I don't want you to come to my place because I don't want you to steal my listeners. No, that's the wrong thinking. Instead, what can we do to join forces so that together we can 10x our base, can have 10x the impact. So that's why how I look at things. Because for me, real business is not about competition, it's about collaboration, so that we
Mhm.
can both not only win, because when me and you, we both win, guess what happens? We both rise.
Yes.
In business, the old school ways were telling you, for me to win, you have to lose. For you to win, I have to lose. No, that's wrong. For 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 me to win, I need you to win as well, because otherwise that relationship is not going to last. We'll never do business again. And on top of that, you will have negative, even angry feelings about me, and I don't want that, because that's not going to be conductive. Instead, if I make you win, if I make you shine, then you'll be, oh my God, this person is amazing, I want to do more business with them. I want to send them more business, because that person makes me feel special, sees me, hears me, and listens to me, and values me. And when someone does that to you, you will do everything for them. So this is the type of structure that I want to do business around it. That's what I want to build. I'm building.
Yes, that did you know this is the law of nature, by the way?
I call it the God's way of doing business. And by God, I
Yes,
don't mean it in the religious way. I'm not religious. I mean it in the spiritual way.
yes, exactly. And basically, if I may correct you, it's actually a goddess,
Well, the
the goddess
universal,
of expansion.
yes, sources is both men and women.
Yeah, they don't have genders. They're
No,
just beings that are beyond
fluid light.
genders.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, but I'm talking about the energy, and there is the female principle and the male principle, and expansion naturally is the female principle, because procreation, bearing children, it's the female principle, and the energy of love and money and expansion is the energy of multiplication, and multiplication doesn't exclude, it only adds. And this is why it makes perfectly sense what you're saying. 1 + 1 is 11, because it doesn't exclude, it expands. So it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Amazing.
Absolutely. Actually, the 11 is something that is part of my branding. When I was doing e-commerce, my brand were whatever 11, because 11, 1 + 1 exponentially. So that's part of
Oh,
my branding.
wow. Mine is
Yes.
5.
Why 5?
5. Well, because in algebra, this was the the number I mastered first.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, congratulations.
No, it's also the number of expansion. So yeah.
Okay, good, good, good.
Prosperity, expansion, love, attraction. Attraction is my word. Style is my word. So
Oh, I can see that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
well,
Absolutely.
I'm happy that you see it. So this means I'm doing a good job.
You're not doing a good job. You're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you.
Keep doing
Thank
it.
you.
Keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world with your beautiful smile, with your contagious happiness, and with your sweetness, with your the power of your dreams, of your beliefs, and of your impact.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's
You're
conclude
welcome.
our marvelous communication and conversation, because I would talk with you on hours on end. We could do like
Oh yes.
a
I can't
marathon.
wait. I can't wait till I can actually I can travel again and come to beautiful Ljubljana, and we can just have coffee and a long lunch and just talking for hours and hours, philosophy about life, and just having this wonderful conversation in person.
Oh, that would be amazing. And you can believe me, I wouldn't just leave it at coffee. We would go watch our forests. We have more than
Absolutely.
80% forests in our country. So
I
mountains,
know.
seaside, everything. You get the whole package. Just
Oh,
come.
I know. It's a beautiful country. I can't wait. Just it's a matter of time. It's not a matter of if. You know.
Amazing, amazing. So let's get to the end of our show. I would
Sure.
like to share something, because I actually went through your course. I experienced what you have to give. And I would like to share this with my audience. I must confess that I am a course hoarder. And
Collector,
excuse me?
course collector.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, collector would be a better word, because I still have some space on my hard drive.
Well, it's a spring. You need to dust it off. When you clean the house, the spring cleaning, clean the computer too.
Yes, exactly. So I noticed something different about your style.
Oh, what is it?
I noticed that your style doesn't allow your students go astray. You make sure
Agree.
that each and every one of them completes the course. And I haven't seen the structure you use anywhere else. What do
Wow.
you say about that?
I'm speechless. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for noticing that because, just like you, I'm also a course collector, course junkie. I have my other laptop full of courses, and I have what do you call it? One of those USB drives, 1 terabyte. About half of it is full of courses. So I've collected a bunch of courses, spent a ungodly amount of money on courses. And just like you, once you join in, as soon as they get your money, now good luck. You're on your own. You have like 55,000 videos, all that. Go through it. If you have a question, submit a ticket. We'll get back to you within the next 5,000 years. You know, whenever there is a call, you're student number 564. Good luck getting a word. And so I looked at all of these, said this is definitely wrong. I definitely want to do whatever I can to ensure that this is not the case with my program. That's why I keep my program small, because I'm not in the small in terms of size of number of students, because I'm not in the business of collecting, of selling a bunch of memberships. I'm in the business of collecting success stories, because even before, when I was in e-commerce, when people ask me, so what do you do? I wasn't telling them I'm selling products online. I was telling them I'm a collector. What do you collect? I collect success stories, testimonials, and case studies, because for me, I want to ensure that my students, 100% of them are successful, so that I can keep not only my 100% success rate, but also keep increasing my collection of success stories. So that's why for me, to achieve that, I need to keep my classes small in terms of students, so that I can work with every single one of them almost on a one-on-one basis, hold their hands and share with them. As long as you commit to me that you will put in the time, I will do whatever I can to ensure that you will succeed, because I'm not after your money. What I am here after is after seeing, after the transformation that you will go through, after and through the transformation, the friendship that will be built. And as a result of that, the money will be as I said, a byproduct, just like the icing on the cake, not the cake. So for me, it's all about the transformation, because as I said just earlier, for you to win, for me to win, I need you to win, so that together we can rise. It's not just for me to win, you have to lose. No, no, no. For me to win, I want you to double win, so that together we can rise. And in order for me to do that, I need to be there to really do whatever I can to help those students succeed. And that's my motto, is 100% success rate. It's not a marketing slogan and whatnot. It's a principle I live by, because I want to see everyone that comes into my world to succeed. That's what I'm here for. I'm a coach. And I mean, I was a professional football coach, and I'm very athletic. I love sports, so I love coaching people, and coaching in every sense, both physically in sports, as well as going after the dreams, giving them some time when they needed a kick in the butt, so to speak, to get them back on track.
You're
So
doing a
this is what I
wonderful
am.
job.
Sorry.
You're doing a wonderful job at coaching.
Thank you. So yeah, this was powerful. I love that when you said that. Wow, what you just said about my course. Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. It's total truth. I only speak truth.
I know. This is why Anna, you're always special, because you're very truthful.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So, if people want to either collaborate with you or work with you, take your course, where can they find you?
Well, I'm old school. They need to get an empty bottle, put a message inside, and throw it in the ocean, and I'll get it. Or give it to a bird, and the bird will give it to me, to an eagle. No, I'm joking. Jokes aside, my Facebook. I can send you the link to my Facebook profile. You can just share that. or if they want to book a call with me to have a chat to see how podcasting would make sense to their business, I'm happy to get on a meet and greet chat. It's not a sales call. It's not a discovery call. It's a meet and greet. Get to know you, get to know us, and brainstorm together. I'll share that as well with you. And if they're ready to rock and roll and join in, because my next class, actually, good timing, is going to go live on Monday, May the 2nd. If the timing is right, they can go straight to my website. It's called leaderswithavoice.com. Again, leaderswithavoice.com. So these are the best ways to reach out to me. And of course, my podcast on YouTube and Apple, Leaders with a Heart. Again, Leaders with a Heart. But I will put all of that in the show notes that wonderful Anna is going to share with us and in the show notes.
Thank you so much for being on my first episode.
Well, thank you. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you for the honor of being your first guest. That is really special. I really cherish that. Thank you. And you being one of the first alumni and also a wonderful friend, you will always be special. And I can't wait till we actually meet in person. And my dream is to host an event in person and having all of you guys in person. We're going to pack a big stadium and all of you receive a beautiful award, and it's going to be a good time. I can't wait till that actually happens.
Oh, I know you throw a good party. I was on your 100th episode and it was a blast.
Oh, 200 episode is coming soon.
Oh,
I will have another party. So
amazing. I will bring a better hat this time.
Well, just bring your wonderful smile. That's all you need to bring, you know?
Thank you.
Whatever hat you bring, you're going to make the hat look good. The hat not going to make you look good. You're going to make the hat look good. So
thank you so much. That's so nice.
You're welcome. So it's an honor. Thank you, Anna. And I wish you nothing but the very best. And I know you will be flying high. You will be soaring fast.
Yes, I plan to. I plan go high, high, high.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And I'll take you with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Teamwork, 1 + 1, 11, not 2 but 11.
When the student is successful, the teacher is a celebrity.
Wow, I love that. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to make a quote out of that today. I'll post it on social media. Say that again. Say that again.
When the student is successful, the teacher is a celebrity.
Beautiful. And when the teacher is happy, wait. Well, I'll think of something else, but that's beautiful. I'll stop here. I don't want to get confused too much, but yeah. Thank you, Anna. Absolute honor. I love talking to you. You're fun. You're awesome. You're amazing. So keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world with your presence, with your smile, with your impact, with everything you're doing.
Thank you. And lots of success with your courses.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, fantabulous day. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Style with Anna podcast. If you like this podcast, tell your friends about it, leave a review and subscribe. This is your way of supporting us and telling us our efforts are appreciated. I invite you to take the Attraction Style quiz at www.chooseyoursigunaturestyle.com, followed by a 5-day email sequence. You can go on a discovery journey and have a talk with your inner self like never before. If you would like to learn more about my speaker and guests, kindly refer to the links in the show notes. Listen, there is always time for transformation, even after a breakup, divorce, or turning 50.